Hello and happy new year. So I really just like Facebook's year end reviews, so I thought I'd do one of my own, especially since I haven't made a video in a while. So I've got my little list here, and I'm just going to go through it month by month, and you'll kind of get an impression of what I've done. So January I moved back into this room with its very limited space and with a fixed focal lens on my DSLR. It kind of get the impression like it's about as far back as it can go without including the shelf in the shot, and I'm right at the back as far as I can go because my wardrobe's behind me. So this is about as big as my room is, and it's not great, but I've made do with it. I've managed to write a book in here, which is what I did in January, 25 Ways to Beat Writer's Block, and I released that then in January, so that in February it would end up reaching the number 2 spot in the free book charts, which was I think as high as I've ever had a book go, and that was lots of fun. So I was really happy with that, and it was a good positive start to the year. And then for about 4 months, something happened. I had my birthday in February, which I don't think I actually really talk about because I don't really do much on my birthday. But birthday February, and because of Valentine's Day, and just me being bored, I decided February would be Love Month and Paragraphers, and I wrote 28 love poems for it. Well, I released 28 love poems. I already had many of them written. I think I wrote about 5 for the month, and the rest are pre existing poems. And then in March, I went to London, which was a first for me, and it was lots of fun, even though it was raining, and we spent way too much time going to the East End of London, go to a Doctor Who shop. That was a big letdown, but it was a really fun trip. It was a present for my birthday from my twin brother, so I owe him for that. But I loved it. It was one of the highlights of the year actually, because it was so different to everything else I'd actually done. Well, everything, yeah. We went to go see Phantom of the Opera, and we went to the Giant Forbidden Planet shop, and we ate nice food. March also saw the first time I had a Boujum burrito, and if you've followed my Twitter at all, you kind of know I'm addicted to it, to the point that I have a T-shirt now. End of March actually also saw the first staging of a play that I directed, that wasn't an original play, like the Nativity one I did a couple of years ago. It was Playboy the Western World, and in April, the day after my dad's birthday, we brought it to Belfast for the Irish Student Drama Association competition. So that was fun and tiring because it was up and down to Belfast in a day, while also having to set up and take down the stage. But it was a fun day. It was a great experience, and it kind of it was the last thing I did for a month then, because until the start of May, I didn't do anything except prepare for an interview for my college course, which I then got into by the end of May. So by the end of May, I'd known that I was going to college, but I didn't know how much I was going to pay. So all of June was just a blank. I have no idea what I did in June. I didn't put anything up online that was worth mentioning because I couldn't find anything for my list to actually talk about. So June is just blank. I don't think I did very much. I may have read a couple of books and took care of my niece a bit, and that was it. And then July, I got my camera and I got my new laptop, and I started getting excited about college all over again because I found out how much it was going to cost. So that was fun. I was less terrified about the finances. Yeah. So then in August, it seems like I only have 2 highlights written down on my list for all of August. One of which was my Ice Bucket Challenge, which was half an hour, including the editing and uploading of the video, and the other was a trip to the Sky Park in Carlingford, which was amazing, even though it was raining. I went to the fair after, so that was fun, even though I slipped and bruised my arms and back, and it still hurts sometimes, and that's always fun. But it was a great day, and it was the last time that all my friends from my undergrad got to get together. That was the biggest group we've had since maybe June, and if not June, last November when we had our graduation. So it was loads of fun, and I want to go back. And then we hit September, which is when things really started getting busy for me. So my college semester is 12 weeks, which includes a 1 week reading week. But we started in September, and within a week we kind of had our first mini night out, which was actually just a trip to the Lighthouse Cinema. And it was just, we had, some food and a couple of drinks, then went to go see lots of short films and music videos and all sorts of stuff in this little presentation thing to do once a month. and it was fun because it gave us a chance to get to talk to each other and pretend we weren't in college. And then lectures started for real and things got serious. So we didn't really do very much then until the end of October. But it meant that we got to do our first big assignments, and we were talking to each other, making little jokes about them. And we celebrated in November. Then we finally handed them up, and so we had a Halloween party, and actually one of the girls had a Halloween party. It was a housewarming thing, and then we had our celebrations, and the games of Get Paul Drunk started, and then they stopped, which I was grateful for. Um, and then things just started getting even busier after the first assignments were submitted, because we had less time to submit the second assignments. I think we had 8 weeks for the first ones and 4 for the second, and the second ones were group projects, which meant trying to bring everyone together for all at the same time. But we managed it, but it did mean I wasn't doing any writing at all for 12 weeks. So I kind of squeezed in a couple of blog posts that became overly sentimental, mainly because I became really good friends with these people, even though I hadn't expected to. Because when you go to an undergrad, you think, okay, great, meet lots of new people. Go to masters, you think, okay, you need to get this thing done because it's costing lots of money, and it's a next step in professional development, yada yada yada. You don't really expect to make friends. You sort of just know you have to get along with the people in the course. But I have made lots of great friends, and I've been very thankful for that. So cheers, guys. Towards the end of November, I developed an addiction to cereal, the podcast, and that kind of continued all the way up into December when it finally ended. And just as it ended, I had to submit my final essays, which took 4 days to complete. And then I was in work all the way up to Christmas. And literally, the week of New Year's is the first time I've had time off that isn't because of Christmas Day or Stephen's Day since 13th of December. So I've been quite tired and kind of relieved to have everything over and done with. But we're at the end of the year, and I'm kind of really excited about next year because I'll have some teaching stuff, I'll have some multimedia projects to do, I'll have a whole new semester, and I pretty much going to be busy all the way to the end of the summer. So that's going to be fun, and you're going to be sick of me because I'm going to keep trying to make more videos. So see you next year. Bye.